Fine, I'll pull over. Maybe even ask for... He grimaced. Directions. Nobody ever needed to know about that, right? His buddies at the doghouse would give him crap about not being able to track things by smell, but Hector had never used his werewolf senses like that. He'd depended on technology, his magic-enhanced apps, the skill of the FTA drivers to get around. His friends' wolf natures seemed an unconscious part of them, like a background program that they didn't need to activate. Transparent and seamless. Hector's wolf side, on the other hand, had always felt separate from him, like it was stored on an external hard drive that he had to manually plug in before launching. In other words, his wolf was just as clueless about how to find this stupid estate agent as his human side was without his navigation apps. Who even uses a paper map anymore? Frankly, he'd been astonished when Cheryl had pulled this one out of an overflowing box of the damn things. She'd also given him the agent's card. Jordan could probably have followed the trace scent on the card, even if the guy had been as far away as Astoria. But then Jordan was freakishly good at finding things. Hector slowed down as he hit Main Street, looking for a likely place to pull over. He'd study the map one more time before he gave in and asked somebody where East Town Road was. Yeah, because that's not generic or anything, he muttered. But as he was easing his foot off the accelerator, an enormous black extended cab pickup zoomed past him on the right, a totally dick move, not to mention illegal, and he had to jam on the brakes. Not only that, but the driver, who was invisible behind tinted windows, had the nerve to honk at Hector. Sure, he'd been driving a little cautiously, but he didn't know this place, and the last thing he wanted was to risk damage to Ted's truck. Not only didn't it belong to him, but Ted was a friend, and the truck itself was a classic. Asshole, Hector growled. But his annoyance stuttered and died as he caught another delicious scent. Cheeseburgers. Ordinarily, pizza was Hector's go-to comfort food, and between the adrenaline spike from the near miss with the monster pickup, his frustration over getting lost multiple times, and the pit in his stomach that was due more to tech separation anxiety than hunger, he needed some serious comfort. In the absence of pizza, cheeseburgers would do just fine. He followed his nose down the road and hung a right into the parking lot for... He snorted. Get your burgers. Drive-through? Nope, he didn't want to eat in Ted's truck, so he parked, inhaling deeply as he turned off the engine. He blinked, sniffed again, because behind that enticing cheeseburger aroma was an even more seductive scent. Campfires? Summer winds off the high desert near his home? Definitely something warm, woodsy, and scrumptious. With a chuckle, he shook his head. He was hungry enough now that he was probably hallucinating all his favorite things rolled into one and stuffed between a bun with fries on the side. He always thought more clearly after he ate, which was one of the reasons he'd always had snacks at his elbow when he was in the coding zone. Maybe after he ate, he'd finally be able to find that dang estate agent. As he locked the truck, he pondered the question. Did he eat because he was programming, or did he program because he was eating? How would he map it on a flowchart? Maybe a decision diamond leading to two process rectangles and then a merge triangle? No, that wasn't quite right. For Remus's sake, did he need a GPS to navigate his own behavior? He yanked open the frosted glass door. Whoa. You have arrived at your destination. Beyond the counter, in the food prep area visible on the other side of a pass-through window, was a guy. Lean, maybe taller than Hector by a couple of inches, skin just a shade lighter brown, black curly hair held captive by a red and white visor, liquid dark eyes, nose maybe too large for his narrow face, but that made him all the more perfect. And right there, blocking the door of a down-at-heels burger joint in the middle of nowhere, Hector discovered something he wanted orders of magnitude more than he wanted the K-Pro.